So, with this constellation, I would like to say something that I've been thinking very, very hard about. I got to know Alhaitham better over the course of having pulled him and increasing my friendship level with him. I got to know his combat patterns, his attack rhythm, the ins and outs of his kit. I made that guide for him, but also I got into his voice lines. I read his story, okay? And the thing is, I found out he has a particular obsession with his roommate. And see, I wasn't sure how to feel about this at the start because, I don't know if I want there to be a third person or whatever, if I'm okay with this, if I could be friends with his particularly whiny roommate. But then I thought about it, and I thought about it hard. Because as a simp who can appreciate her main from afar, I'm willing to let Alhaitham go. I'm willing to let him love whoever he wants to love, be obsessed with whoever he wants to be obsessed with, whether that's myself or his roommate, because I know for a fact it's probably his roommate. And in the hopes that he and Kave, his roommates, can have some damn character development in future dialogues, events, and storylines, I'm willing to do that for him. And although I stand here today with the crowns and the constellations, I just realized that Alhaitham and Kave make such a good pair. It's up to him. It's up to him who he chooses. It could be me, it could be his roommates, but either way, I am happy to say that I remain his simp, Alhaitham remains my main, and I will live vicariously through whatever the fuck is going on between them. And those are my reflections regarding Mr. Alhaitham. I don't know if you want to call it a divorce. I don't know if you want to call it the end of a relationship. You could also see it as the start of a new blossoming relationship. I mean, chat, I could have a different relationship with his roommate once it's time for his roommate to arrive. But the important thing is I got to know Alhaitham much, much better, and I got to know that he may have different desires in his heart. That being said, I think in some ways we can still proceed with the ceremony. So, Nahida, our officiator, do you think we should still proceed with the rings?
Well, that was spicy. I was not expecting that. Now my script's a bit, I have to improvise. But anyway, we could proceed. We could proceed. I mean, you did all that work earlier and a few weeks already, no? So
Yes.
I think we should go ahead. Are
All
you
right.
ready?
I am ready.